so we don't have to fucking suffer.
Big stimulus news, guys. The gloves are finally coming off in today's fourth stimulus check update. The latest governor election results, how the Democrats lost some pretty big ones, and more importantly, how they're pivoting toward a bigger and better stimulus deal with the fallout and still make it out alive come midterms. What's this got to do with stimulus? Well, it looks like they're planning to go all out with stimulus just to make sure that they can keep the House and the Senate majorities. All the details in today's video, so definitely stick around. The stimulus is always steaming hot here, right here on the Wrong Age channel, your go-to place for everything stimulus, U.S. economy, stocks, and...
You know what? I see now why TV shows and newscasts and shit like that is so motherfucking annoying. So I just try to go live on Facebook and YouTube, and it says that we're live, but the timer hasn't started. So we're not really live. Like, bitch. Let me go look and see if we're live yet. Oh, it looks like we are live. We got a viewer, but my timer is just not running. That's irritating, huh? Y'all, I just posted the screenshot of our podcast being advertised on at Dope Era Magazine on Instagram, where Dope Era Magazine has 51,500 followers, y'all. I'm pretty sure I'm also an account manager for this magazine, but I still pay for advertising, and let me tell you why. If you go to your friend's store and you know your friend pays for everything in that store themselves, do you think it's fair to take away from your friend? If somebody has their own business, do you think it's fair to ask for a discount or a cheaper price than everybody else? I understand I work with them or for them, but I don't really do that much work for them. I just do consulting and advising and promoting. And not very much promoting. I just pass the word along or repost. That's not really promoting, in my opinion, as a professional.
Electric car travels from...
I don't know what the fuck YouTube got going on. I really need to pay this, because this shit irritated my last nerve.
US, your electric car can go coast to coast. Click to learn more.
Well, we're missing Instagram and Ustream. I can't go live on the Cherry Franklin Show Instagram until November 14th, because the last time my man pissed me off, I threatened to murk him on that profile. So we got banned for violence. Not my favorite. All right, y'all ready?
crypto. That's right, guys. Making the sweet cash money is what we do, what we cover.
I don't care nothing about cryptocurrency. Alright, y'all, it's 6:42 a.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact, baby. My name is Cherry Franklin. This is the Cherry Franklin Show. Big shout out to the 334. I love y'all so much. The dirty, dirty South, Lower Alabama near the Georgia-Florida line. I want y'all to know I got a soft spot in my heart for y'all always. And as we grow in our community activism, I want y'all to know that the racism in Alabama and the stigmas and the abuse in Alabama and the emotional abuse and torture in Alabama is a big part of why I make people understand and respect the fact that racism destroys people's lives, that racism robs people of opportunities and joy, that racism makes you ignorant motherfuckers hate an individual human being that you don't know personally for nothing, influences you to ruin that person's day or life. I want y'all to know Alabama have a big hand in that, as well as the police brutality, as well as when a lot of Mexicans or a lot of black people in the state of California get together and try to have an event or a business event in public places, the police come and shut the shit down, so can't nobody make no fucking money or grow their business into a legitimate business that offers their employees health insurance. It's a big deal to me, honey. All of this shit is important to me. If y'all know any Mexicans could party until the next day night. If y'all know any Mexicans, honey, they have big families. You ever heard the phrase Latino lover? It's a reason why that phrase was created, because those are very passionate people. Because they have big families. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. They make these phrases and sayings. You heard the phrase the black community? That's because there is a need, and there always has been a need. Even before the Black Panther Party was formed in 1966, there has always been a need for support in the black community, honey. There's always been a need. There's always been a need for resources. There's always been a need for a friend or a companion. Always. There always has. And the reason uppity, stuck up, perfect English speaking, every opportunity having white people don't relate to or acknowledge the suffering of other races is because they've been blinded by entitled, uppity, stuck up, racist white people to really believe in their mind, body, and soul that racism is no biggie. That white person with their white flesh that wake up every day in their house with their family, that talks to them, that supports them, that helps them, that funds them, wake up in their house with carpet and cable TV and Wi-Fi internet and a full refrigerator in the kitchen. They can shower and piss and shit every day, and there's no toilet that doesn't work. These people think that it's no biggie. Someone else's suffering is no biggie. Someone else's feelings getting hurt is no biggie. Someone else's pain and struggles and issues in life is no biggie. You've been brainwashed and conditioned and so used to your natural, comfortable life that you refuse to acknowledge or believe that other people's struggle and pain is a real thing. It might not be real to you, but to other motherfuckers on this earth, that's all they know. It's waking up every day in the middle of a steaming pile of shitty ass struggle. Every single fucking day. They don't know what it's like to have a good day until they finally have one for once. And might not even recognize when they have a good day. Really quick, I see a lot of people in here flirting with me and complimenting me and my looks and calling me sexy and shit like that. I don't care. I'm having an educated, intellectual conversation. Stop objectifying me. I'm a person. I'm speaking. I'm saying something that matters to me. Moving on. We're about to listen to the 4 stimulus check update. Yeah, I'm about to roll a blunt because I gotta calm the fuck down. 6:48 a.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact, baby. My name is Cherry Franklin. This is the Cherry Franklin Show. We get on here every day to tell y'all, please visit change.org and vote.org to register to vote and to sign petitions and make a difference in your community. Change.org has a petition right now for the 4 stimulus check in the amount of $2,000, around 3 million signatures, becoming the largest and most signed petition, or one of the most signed petitions on Change.org's platform, period, of all time. 3 million signatures, that's approximately 1/3 or 33.333% of the 10 plus million Americans who've been on unemployment since the quarantine pandemic started. As well as the Justice for the Say Their Names hashtags: Justice for George Floyd, Justice for Ahmaud Arbery, Justice for Breonna Taylor, Justice for Vanessa Guillen, Justice for Elijah McClain, Ma'Khia Bryant, Adam Toledo, Jacob Blake, Robert Fuller, so many others. I want to remind you, under the George Floyd Justice Act of 2020, especially if you work for the city, the state, the county, if you know of any police brutality situations in where the victims were victimized based on racial discrimination or stereotyping, and especially if the victim was killed, and especially if the victim was unarmed, and especially if the victim was a minor, and especially if the victim was female, beaten or executed by a male cop. Under the George Floyd Justice Act of 2020, y'all, if you find any members of the Black community suffering from police brutality and unfair treatment, I want y'all to get with your local Black Lives Matter groups and legal teams. Sometimes it's not who you think it is. Sometimes the ones that's supposed to be the best ones is the ones with all the frauds in it. And you gotta go to an underground one or a mom and pop shop or a Black Lives Matter group or something. You gotta find a workaround and find where the real activists are. That's really about that action, though. And get you some legal support and get the city behind you, get the news behind you, and file with the state attorney general for internal affairs to investigate local law enforcement agencies, starting with that specific case. If y'all didn't hear everything I just said right now, which was very, extremely, very fucking important, go subscribe to us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at The Cherry Franklin Show. You will be able to replay this video. We're about to roll up right now. Y'all let me know in the comments, what is you smoking? What flavors are popular in your area? What is brand spanking new? What is the best of the best of the best served with honors? And what flavors not to get because they pure trash and all air pack? Y'all make sure you leave it in the comments so we don't waste our money. Let's get into this smoke session. We're about to roll up the last of my weed. A little teeny tiny piece. But this is gas as well. This ain't as gas as the purple stuff. Nah, I want to say it is. This probably about the same gas as the purple stuff. I know that platinum blueberry made me sleepy, honey, after one blunt. But I also been going hard at work, so y'all make sure you leave in the comments and let us know what y'all got going on. All right, we're going to let Ryan Yates tell us about the government. Come on, Ryan Yates.
Bell. That way you're notified as soon as I release new content. All done? Great. Now let's go and get into it. Democrats are shaking in their boots with the latest governor elections. One big surprise was in Virginia, where Republican Glenn Youngkin won the governor race in a come-from-behind victory that definitely dealt a blow for former Governor Terry McAuliffe, not to mention the rest of the Democrats. Another close one was in New Jersey. Everyone thought it was going to be a sleepy news day with incumbent Democratic Governor Phil Murphy easily taking the win, but no. Republican challenger Jack Ciattarelli gave him a run for his money until the very last minute Wednesday night when the Associated Press called it in Murphy's favor. Now this is really big, guys, because those kinds of results in two states that Biden won easily last year over former President Donald Trump represent a very scary sign for Democrats heading into the 2022 elections. You guys see where I'm going with this here? Control of both the House and the Senate are at stake. And with that being said, control over both the House and the Senate are at stake. And with that, the future of Biden's policy agenda and the social stimulus package that we've been waiting so long for now. They definitely got to do something, guys, because what people are seeing right now are Biden's.
I told y'all
to know what $21,000.
I'm gonna pay for premium today. I know I am, because this shit is irritating.
Congressional stalemate over the president's economic agenda and the pandemic's two true staying power. Number 2 Senate Democrat Dick
What's up, y'all? Good morning.
Well, the results yesterday in Virginia, maybe New Jersey as well, were disappointing but not surprising. I think Terry McAuliffe has been saying for weeks that his fate was tied to the progress of negotiations here on Capitol Hill, and there ought to be a clear message to my party and all those who support it to get the job done. We've spent enough time talking and enough time thinking and enough time suggesting to America that good things are coming. Now we've got to prove it.
And here's another one from Senator Tim Kaine, who said the same thing, but a little bit more to the point.
What congressional Dems for Terry McAuliffe? I mean, I'm going to be blunt. It's humbling to say it, but if we had been able to deliver infrastructure reconciliation in mid-October, he could have sold universal pre-K, affordable child care, infrastructure, creating jobs. And you know what? We're going to get both of these bills. It's been obvious to me for at least a month. We're going to get a deal, but we're going to get it, probably in November. And having suffered the loss in Virginia, really narrow result in New Jersey, now we have a tough narrative that we have to face. So Democrats control both houses, and they have to act like it, have to be disciplined, have to give results. And our inability to come together and get a result hurt him.
So you know what they're going to have to do now to cut the bleeding, right? Say it with me, guys. Get this done. Yeah, definitely time to get the stimulus train back on track. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts on the Democrats and what our lawmakers have to do to get your vote next year. Because remember, your vote is going to put these guys in office or kick them out. Drop me a comment down below. Biden himself said it here. His economic agenda should pass before Election Day. Here's a clip.
Leader of the Democratic Party, how much responsibility do you take for the
Let me go back live. Thank y'all for my money. We did have 2 top tippers and God knows how many heart reactions
one of the
that I did not give them no credit for.
Go out and cast our votes. And remember that we all have an obligation to accept the legitimacy of these elections. I was talking to Terry to congratulate him today. He got 600,000 more votes than any Democrat ever has gotten. We brought out every Democrat about there was, more votes than ever has been cast for a Democratic incumbent. I'm not incumbent, a Democrat running for governor. And no governor
Yeah, look at my
in
foot.
Virginia has ever won.
You see
when
this
he's of the
line
same, or he
around
or she's
here?
the same party
And
as
you
the
see
sitting
this
president.
purple in the bottom?
What I do know is, that people want us to get things done.
That's from
I
hurting
want us to get
myself
things
and
done.
these tight ass
And
black
that's why
socks
I'm continuing to
because
push
I
very
start
hard
gaining weight again
for the
instead of
Democratic
losing weight.
Party to move along and pass
Shit, that
my
was it.
infrastructure bill and my Build Back Better bill. I think if we think about what we're talking about here. People are upset and uncertain about a lot of things, from COVID to school to jobs to a whole range of things.
You goddamn right.
A gallon of gasoline. And so if I'm able to sign into law, my Build Back Better initiative, I'm in a position where you're going to see a lot of those things ameliorated quickly and swiftly. So that has to be done.
Major quote there. People want us to get things done. That's why I'm continuing to push very hard for the Democratic Party to move along and pass my infrastructure bill and my Build Back Better bill. He also said that the stimulus package could have changed the outcome if it was actually passed before Election Day. His exact words, I think it should have passed before Election Day, but I'm not sure that I would have been able to change the number of very conservative folks who turned out in the red districts who are Trump voters, but maybe we should have already gotten the stimulus passed already. Am I right, guys?
Yes,
one strategist splits the blame between Biden and the Democratic Congress. Quote, I would put 70% of the blame on Congress and 30% on Biden. Biden has delivered, but Democrats have not done a good job making the case for what we have delivered. And in the case of Congress, they haven't delivered a goddamn thing. And let's not forget about President Biden's own words in that closed-door meeting with House Democrats. Quote, we badly need a vote on both these measures. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that the House and Senate majorities and my presidency will be determined by what happens in the next week. Now let's go ahead and fast forward to the present and look where we are. One Democratic loss in Virginia and a close one in New Jersey. Something's got to change here. One expert says it well. People are just getting angry and unhappy, and they're taking it out on the party in power, and that's what they did. If we can't address that, then we're going to be in serious trouble in the midterms. Drop a comment down below if you guys are feeling the same things yourself, guys. Let's talk about it in the comments below. So yeah, the time is definitely now. Actually, if you ask me, the time to do this was way before, but it's still not too late. I hope to get this.
They only gave us one damn
one moderate
stimulus
organization
check,
said
honey.
enough is enough. Quote,
Trump gave us 600. Biden gave us 1,400 to last this whole year. Are you fucking kidding me?
Unforced error. The months of infighting and sausage making must come to an end. We must pass these two historic bills and explain what they will do to create jobs, cut taxes, and help working families afford the essentials. Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal, he says the same thing.
Failure to deliver. Congress has to deliver. Windows closing. We have no more time. We need to get it done. And as one who will be running for re-election in 2022, I need results that I can show the American people that Congress can deliver.
But is it results that voters want? Because if progressive policies are so popular, why did they elect a Republican governor?
The labels progressive, conservative mean less these days than ever before. What people want is to see the pandemic going away, life going back to normal, the economy recovering, not only roads, bridges, ports and airports, but also childcare, the tax credit for children, real results in climate change. These kinds of deliverables are what Congress has to.
Children don't pay taxes.
You heard him, guys.
Head of households do.
I just hope our Senate holdouts are listening. I took a look at Blumenthal's Twitter and found out that part of what he wants done is that he wants paid leave in the bill. He said paid leave is a key to creating an economy that works for working families. I joined at Paid Leave for All to share the stories of CT constituents who remind us why it's critical to deliver a national paid family medical leave program. And great news on that front. They put back paid leave in the House version of the stimulus package that just came out. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi made the announcement through a letter. It says here,
let me let you in on a little secret here. All of these online groupers out there have it backwards. So for instance, in order just to make your first 10K a month online, they'll tell you that you gotta, become a coach consultant or an agency, start a drop shipping store, or do Amazon FBA, or invest in real estate, or do wholesaling, or build a software, all of this unnecessary stuff. And look, well, all of that can work and does work. If you're like me, like I was 5 years ago when I started off, I was a broke bartender making 18 grand a year, working nights and doing something, getting people drunk for a living that ultimately wasn't very fulfilling to me. And what I really wanted wasn't just to build this like big team and all this complex stuff and run ads and build complex funnels. What I really wanted was a few simple things. I wanted to make 6 figures a year online. I wanted to be able to control my own schedule, be my own boss, and be able to do what I wanted, when I wanted, so I could travel and do the things that were really fulfilling to me and do work that was exciting, to where instead of like waking up and hitting the snooze button every single day, I was able to actually wake up, jump out of bed, and be excited about what I was doing and what I was doing to be able to make the income that I really wanted to make. And if you're in a similar situation, there's a much, much easier way than doing all of that complex stuff. My name is Cole Gordon, and 5 years ago, I found one simple, forgotten about skill that I was able to leverage to not only make my first 10K a month online, but do it in a way where I was able to avoid all of these traditional headaches that come from starting an online business. So for instance, I didn't have to run ads or build complex funnels or manage a big team or create a software or any of that stuff. Instead, I was able to leverage that skill to solve a gut-wrenching problem for this small group of wealthy business owners inside of a new, fast-growing, billion-dollar industry. And in doing so, after all of these embarrassing failures of trying to start my own print-on-demand store and my agency as I was bartending on the side, just trying to get something to work, I was able to make my first 10K a month online in as little as 30 days from when I started. And then since then, I've been able to help 117 of my students do the exact same thing without having to create their own business or product or service. And in fact, all they needed was a laptop and a little 3x5 index card. Now, at this stage, you're probably wondering, okay, well, what is this skill? And more importantly, how did all of the people you're seeing on the screen right now also skip the grunt work of starting a traditional online business to be able to create a 6-figure a year income online using this? Well, I just put together a 19-minute case study detailing my exact story of how I found this skill in 2015. And then just 1 month later, made my first 10K online. And after watching this short video, not only will you know what this skill is just within 2 minutes of watching it, but more importantly, you're going to know exactly how, with a step-by-step game plan of how you.
Yeah, I don't know what we was listening to, but I'm over it. You kind of got me with the bartender story, $18,000 a year story, but that was enough.
The Ways and Means Committee for legislation for paid family and medical leave to be included in this morning's hearing. After this, she said, the House Rules Committee would meet later in the day in a hearing to consider the changes. Now, we're still waiting on that magic word, vote, but Pelosi stopped short on announcing one in the letter. Instead, she said there remains a few outstanding issues yet to be resolved, which would prevent the legislation from passing through the Senate in the current form. And because Pelosi vowed not to force House lawmakers to vote on anything that can't win 50 votes in the Senate, she's waiting for negotiators to iron out those
package without a stimulus check and then don't fucking send it for more than 6 months.
Permanent parental and medical leave for everyone.
What
so that's
the
great,
fuck is
House
wrong
Rules
with
Committee
these
Chair
people,
Representative Richard Neal and Appropriation Committee
even
Chair
ASCAP royalties
Rosa
and
DeLauro,
shit, they come quarterly.
DeLauro said in her statement, all workers deserve this paid family
4 times a year. That's 4 checks a year.
Not left to the whims of employers. Okay.
My stomach is growling right now. You know that?
According to this, Manchin, not thrilled to hear Speaker Pelosi has added 4 weeks.
And it ain't just because I'm hungry for food. My stress is eating me alive and eating all my food after getting into my body.
The lead sponsor of the family paid leave effort in the Senate, she said that she's very excited that it's back in the bill and that she plans to speak to Manchin about it. Biden also assured progressives he's going to deliver on the 51 Senate votes he promised on the larger social spending bill, as well as climate bill, and predicted that Manchin would support that. Now, based on Nancy Pelosi's letter, it's clear that Democratic leadership intends to vote on both the Senate-passed bipartisan infrastructure bill and the social spending bill that Democrats plan to pass through reconciliation this week. And with the newer drug price negotiation deal in the bag as well, this could definitely happen for us this week, guys. I'm expecting a breaking news video here on our channel just as soon as that vote's passed. So don't miss that, guys. click the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. House Democrats also said that they're switching up gears and plowing ahead with a vote on President Biden's social spending package later this week, without getting commitment from key Senator Joe Manchin that he will be supporting legislation. That's right, guys. House leaders are pressing their foot on the gas pedal with a pledge to bring both the Senate-passed infrastructure package and social spending net bill to the floor. They're meeting about it in the House Rules Committee with still evolving 2,135-page Build Back Better bill that was revised to include new immigration tax, prescription drug prices, and other provisions. House Foreign Affairs Committee Chair Gregory Meeks confirmed it for us. We're going to get both bills done. I think we're together. I think there's been a lot of progress. We're going to get it done. End quote. Now, that was after a 90-minute closed-door Democratic caucus meeting. A Pelosi spokesperson also confirmed that the votes will be held this week, and that the speaker plans to bring
They're
the bill back
pissing me off. If you can't tell, I just turn the music up on there.
Especially after that Democratic loss in Virginia and close call in New Jersey. It says here, rank and file Democrats are desperate to have a successful vote that they can talk about with constituents and voters back home. According to Representative Joel Quinn Castro, quote, an indication of what the House is willing to support. Obviously, there is another part of the process in the Senate. You know, at some point you have to take action. End quote. Worst case scenario, House Democrats predict the move would put pressure on Manchin to reject the package and bring the two sides closer to a deal that's been elusive for months. House progressives are also pressuring Pelosi for a vote this week. As soon as the House Rules Committee settles the details, the House could have their chance. Rules Committee consideration is one of the last steps before a bill goes to the House for a vote. Congressional Progressive Caucus Chair Pramila Jayapal said in a recent interview, we're going to pass both bills this week. I don't say things without having some reason for believing in them. So yeah, we're going to get them done. Definitely a big stimulus week we have here, guys. Those elections really shook things up for them. Democratic Representative Don Bayer said in his statement after the elections, quote, we must legislate and keep our promises. We must work harder to communicate exactly about the ways this legislation and the administration's policies will help address voters' economic concerns. Not to mention, they're supposed to be helping the American people, right? More on this in our next update, guys. Promise you guys will be the first to know when we hear about the stimulus in your bank account. Now, that was our fourth stimulus check update today, latest governor election results, and how Democrats lost some pretty big ones, and most importantly, how they're pivoting toward a bigger and better stimulus deal with the fallout and still make it out alive come midterms. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video today, and a huge thank you for always lighting up the like button. I really appreciate that. It really makes my day. So let's do it again next time. See you guys in the next exciting stimulus update.
It look a little bit too
Remember
damn light
this,
though.
fortune favors the brave.
Yeah, this is dope. Okay,
Alright, wait.
For giving me the I forgot I was white award.
They was dissing Ariana Grande. I don't think you should be able to diss that girl. She don't have to give a fuck about nobody's opinion. All she have to do is try her best to be good at whatever she do. I don't respect that. Sorry. But I laugh a million times at those jokes because for some reason I don't like Ariana Grande. That don't mean I have to be disrespectful though. I could just mind my own fucking business. And so can everybody else. If they have a fucking problem or don't like something. Oh, I just spilled hella weed, bruh. I'm hella mad. We about to roll up and smoke. We're going to get Facebook and YouTube at least 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to fire up with them. And Instagram too. I see the Bay Area on Instagram today. What's happening, y'all? Dope Era did post my Cherry Franklin Show flyer thingy on October 21st, and I didn't think they did, but they did. Whenever they did it, didn't nobody know about it. So, but it's on there though, so I'm not gonna say nothing rude. I should have just posted it myself, but with a description. They didn't really need one though. Let's look for me. Y'all ready? We about to smoke, honey, and I'm gonna try not to tap out until 8 o'clock, but I feel like 7:30 is more like it right about now. I don't know why I did that. I'm finna play videos from that page I just closed. I might as well leave it on here. Oh, I can't wait to finish all of this work. I know I'm stressed out, but ain't nobody supposed to look good when you're doing this much work that I'm really doing in my life, on the clock, behind the scenes, and on TV. For real. Mm. $945 diamonds on the screen already. Oh, I'm so tired. Let's start with Kill Switch, shall we? Y'all ready? Come on, baby. 7:15 a.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California, Southern California to be exact. Almost 3 hours past 4:20. Yeah, my name is Cherry Franklin. Once again, this is the Cherry Franklin Show. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe on Facebook, YouTube,
Goodbye
and
and the
Instagram.
spam calls. Hello to a phone plan with built-in spam blocking.
Told me it was a us thing, not an argument and fuss thing, not a where the fuck I was thing, where the fuck is all the trust? Damn, I thought we was really working, but it seemed wasn't serving. Swear you caught a nigga flirting, well like every single person, other opposite sex. Damn, a nigga really vexed. What the fuck do you expect? Were you stressing me to death? All of this yelling and screaming, the fuck is the meaning? I be calling, you be screaming, now I'm swerving, careening in my face, intervening, man, this shit is so demeaning.
I don't really get it, girl. Like we was really with it, girl. Greatest hits in the box set, keeping every pair of your jaws wet.
Netflix and cuddle buddies, holding hands out in public. Every question we discuss, now you bitches yelling cussing. Now we fighting like we enemies. You was more than just a friend of me. You was really where I'm meant to be. Now you wanna try to injure me? You was not what you pretend to be. Thought that you was really sick for me. But you don't need to mention me.
All that who the hell is she?
Hey. When you said I love you.
Come on, baby, because I have got to smoke.
Do you? Do you? Remember
My
when you
whole
said I
body is
love you?
breaking down.
We was talking on the phone, baby. I was on the road, asking when I'm coming home. You said I love you. Baby,
My
I
shoulder
was on
hurt
your
from
mind.
work.
Now
We
argue
about to
all the
smoke
time.
though.
I thought
Come smoke
everything
with me,
was
y'all.
fine. You said I love you.
Oh, this me on the verse.
Just keep on running, baby. Boy, I got that juice. Press, talking shit like I never do for you. All you do is tuck and fly that bottom lip and be uncool. Every day you probably play my ass while I'm slutting you. Bringing up the past, but it's shit that you still do. You probably ain't shit in that dick cheek, that's why we beefing. Don't you fucking lie, I made all lace and nothing breathing. Your stilo so breezy, don't you know I keep it? Why you keep on calling me, stalling me like you need me? If you don't want me, I don't need this. Why you keep on playing with my heart? Just let me leave, bitch. I'm not trying to play dumb while you sneaking off and creeping hard, and I ain't trying to check your belly while you sleeping. Probably get to cheating with a bitch. Soon as you see her, I don't trust these hoes, and no, I cannot trust you either.
Do you? Do you?
Remember when you said I love you? Do you?
Remember when you said I love you?
We was talking on the phone, baby. I was on the road asking when I'm coming home. You said,
baby,
I
was
love
on your
you.
mind. Now we argue all the time. I thought everything was fine. You said I love you.
Disrespecting me will get you really killed in real life. I'm not your punk ass friends. Just so you know. Don't you ever in your life make the mistake of thinking that a perfect stranger is your punk ass friends or your punk ass child. Ever.
What's wrong with you? Man, my daddy wants to catch a bullet. Catch a bullet. Caught a bullet. My daddy want to caught a bullet by his bare hand. No bullshit.
New money monster. Cherry Frankenstein. I pull up in the function with nothing to prove. Roll up a little something and step in the room. I'm a beast myself, say what's up to the dudes, cause I'm fly with something to do.
A little later, I'ma ride like the 500. Put a dollar sign beside it, now I want it. If it ain't about money, that shit lame.
I'm saying I can speak it, baby, but I ain't playing so. Can you count it up and tell me how it's making more dudes looking at me? I don't know what he mistaken for. Skip and shut my paper like a blueprint board.
I'm candy like a baker boy. Hoes keep trying to snap like
they keys. I'ma keep taking flight and driving through Mickey D's.
This song is a little bit harder. This song is a creeper, honey. If you been on both sides of this country, you gonna catch on to this song, to the shit that I'm saying. You gonna catch on. Like this bitch have been somewhere.
No bullshit.
Don't worry about it. I started it over.
New money monster. Cherry Frankenstein. I pull up in the function with nothing to prove. Roll up a little something and step in the room. I'm a beast myself, say what's up to the dudes, cause I'm live Saturday, something to do. Hey, I'ma ride like a 500. Put a dollar sign beside it, now I want it. You wait for that. This is
Franklin is the name. If it ain't about money, this shit is lame. I'm saying, this me ain't baby, but I ain't playing so. Beats, can you count it up and tell me how it's making more? Dudes looking at me, I don't know what he mistaken for. His paper short. I'm petty like a baker boy. Hoes keep trying to stump the damn keys. I'ma keep taking flights and driving through Mickey D's. The checkers are checking in wherever the chat is better. I make the girls sweater and pitching the double header. Like he say, I'm out your belly bad. At least tomorrow that pop jump for my D-Day. I trip and stack my bread on the weekday. Then I rock the show until my girl roll them trees back. I can't hear the bullshit you talk. I can't hear the bullshit you say. You probably think you stand real tall, but we all know you stand in the way. I can't hear the bullshit you talk. I can't hear the bullshit you say. You probably think you stand real tall, but we all know you stand in the way. I hear a lot of baby type of shit on the daily. Who gon' make it what it's worth? I'm like, fuck you. Pay me, suck a chick, suck a ooh, but I'm a sucker for the cheese. Motherfucker, know I'm cool about these double McG's. I'm just like double trees. I hate a bitch once, I'm in another bitch jeans. Plus they love it, it seems. So while I'm cute enough to hate on, broke enough to wait on, I'm stepping off in coach and bagging up Louis V's. If you ain't heard of me, it's cause I'm much about these pills. In and out the struggle, keep it real. Don't even bring me up unless you're talking about a deal. I'm not about this money, bitches hating on me still. This is married to this music, cherry $100 bills. Franklin, in and out the huddle, run the field. Don't even bring me up unless it's coming out the bank. I'm either about to land or I'm filling up the tank. I can't hear the bullshit you talk. I can't hear the bullshit you say. You probably think you stand real tall, but we all know you stand in the way. I can't hear the bullshit you talk. I can't hear the bullshit you say. You probably think you stand real tall, but we all know you stand in the way.
Superman, superhero, call me super negro. I can get it all type of ways, no zeros. Money flowing like Mr. Rollins Bakery. Niggas talking bread, but don't spend it, that shit fake to me. Niggas sound like Drake or maybe Blake to me. They either singing or they dunking, but they never got a ring. Like a Grammy don't mean that you got a hot song. Cheddar specialist like I can bag a bitch and she be on like she be wanting only on her like the rub the dick. I can get her right and she fine and she thick. I am such a gotta go and get the paper right, cause I gotta spin and have it keep me up so late at night. And the sun wait for me before it rise. You hear my bars and act like you surprised that I'm not them other guys. I'm Mr. K, I double to the switching. And bitches wanna fuck me, and niggas wanna fuck with me. That's why I run the city, Oaktown, Alabama. How I run the circle from the zoo or maybe from Atlanta. And since I left the slammer, I've been grinding like a hustler. I gotta thank everyone, especially the customer.
I can't hear the bullshit you talk. I can't hear the bullshit you say. You probably think you stand real tall, but we all know you stand in the way. I can't hear the bullshit you talk. I can't hear the bullshit you say. You probably think you stand real tall, but we all know you stand in the way.
Y'all don't know what that means? That I said I ain't off the couch yet. You don't know when I am because I'll move. So common sense, y'all want to know what that means, right? You're not accustomed to how I talk and rap or whatever you want to call it. But if you ever lived with somebody or was in a relationship, lived in the house with somebody, remind you, my name is the Mrs. If you ever lived with somebody you was in a relationship with, or a family, even a family member, and you was doing something that required a 2-man job or more than that to finish that task, You ain't never heard nobody say, if you don't get up off that couch and help me do something and help me do this, I ain't got out the couch yet. I'm still sitting on the couch, honey. I ain't rolled up my sleeves to do now. Ooh, my stomach growling. But I'm not finna eat, fatty. I don't know what to listen to. Speaking of fatty, let's watch this video that I look hella fatty. Cause I like the song.
You ever feel like talking shit to your haters? Listen up. I'm on a level that no other motherfucker can achieve. Get me on a verse for the cheese or the weed. So holla at your girl when you see me in the street. Got a whole CD rack full of dead beats. Sometimes I go so far to kill MC. The game these days can really disgust me. I gotta make a change and I will, folks, trust me. Fans and my haters both really wanna fuck me. Don't feel dressed, but let it touch me. Back on the track, there is no such thing. Baby doll face, a waterfall flow. Looking no chase, but it ain't the high drum. A lot of rap sucks to get hated in the cuts. They be know talk a lot of shit. They wanna be us, wanna hate, wanna judge. I don't give a fuck, cause I wait from the stage and I stay about the buck. Yeah. Casually conceived another hit. Yeah, I leave some twisted from the fire that I spit. Turn them figures up, cause I'm the shit. Yeah, trip on my click, it's 187 on the bitch. Okay, they wanna know why I act this way and break down how I think and calculate naturally. Don't like what's happening and how I answer. You never should've asked me that. Mixed breed bloodline of the champion, and my skills will kill like Candyman. And if you didn't know that Mrs. Bell singing blood, spitting blows, ripping show till them $100 bills fall. Damn, she cold and damn, she bad. True to my life like Apex swag. Let's go from behind, I'm sticking the mind, the twist of the line, away from the vine, a different rhyme, ahead of my time, or not. Oh well, make big noise like a shotgun shell. Call your boys and I'ma call myself a division of lyricists ready to raise hell. Casually conceived another hit. Yeah, I leave some twisted from the fire that I spit. Turn them figures up cause I'm the shit. Yeah, trip on my click, it's 187 on the bitch. Now let me flip a little conversation to your mind. How does it feel to rock with a one-of-a-kind diamond? Brighter I shine blinds, happy in the headlines. I'm the center of attention, ready for prime time. Fuck what you heard, the missus, I'll be the realest shit. Spitting lyrical 20 times, I'm just a killer shit. Stay up in the booth, you ain't ready for the truth. Hip-hop ain't dead, I'm living proof. Spit me once, go hard, that's what I do. Bite my shit if you like it, chew. I said it once, here I go, times two. Fuck you, what you do, and your bitch-ass crew. I am the shit, baby boo, and you know this. No talent, having ass, rap cats, hopeless. Straight tech 9, left eye, no contraception equals the business, casual conception. Casually conceived another hit. Yeah.
Y'all got no damn voice.
Look.
I was like, y'all don't got no tacos, burritos, churros, chicharrones. At the end of the video, I was like, I'm gonna go, and I hopped the fence. Both, honey.
For intelligent identity protection, Smarter is Identity IQ. Is staying ahead of an identity thief while at lunch with friends. Smarter is protecting what's yours with real-time monitoring and alerts for all 3 credit bureaus. Smarter is protecting your family's devices with award-winning VPN. Smarter is sleeping soundly, knowing your identity.
We might get in one or two songs, then we're gonna get them the outro. You can tell it's me from the sound, how I talk. You always say,
Each moment I cherish like it's my last one. You gotta live this life if you don't have one, yeah. Status doesn't matter when it comes from the heart. Realize shoes of the next man. Quick to count the money in the next hand. Even through all the hatred, pressure, I gotta take it. That dollar, I gotta make it. Oh, baby, just holler Franklin, yeah. Rolling the strolling, I'm so good. As long as these hoes up to no good. Ooh, still gotta go and get my cash right. I'm still so about living this fast life, yeah. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna do. Can't lose my head, my crew. Gotta stay true through
They said
every
that's
day
how they
and
know it's
every
me
night.
sometimes.
Ain't no telling what I'm gonna do. Can't lose my head, my crew. Gotta stay true through every day and every night. I'll be somewhere chilling with a cold one. I learned the hard way to trust no one. Always have a purpose when I show up. I'm all about that paper, let's be grown-ups. All night, every night, keep my mind on my grind. But let it stop my shine. Solid, I ain't hard to find. If ever it comes, questioning mine, know that you own. Testing on mine, I handle it all, ain't no stressing, I'm fine. I'ma stay winning, been tested in time. Doing this, stacking this paper. These dollars outweigh all these haters. So I smile, still gotta go and get my cash right. Baby, ain't no telling living this fast life. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna do. Can't lose my head, my crew. Gotta stay true through every day and every night. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna do. Can't lose my head, my crew. Gotta stay true through every day and every night.
Alright. Guapole remix is next. That's gonna get him the whole hour and we're gonna close out. It's the Guapole remix. Y'all know Guapole from the Bay.
You can't be on my line and have me feeling like you own me. I'ma come and tap on your shit, bitch, you know me. I'm too quick to do shit, they move too slow. I'ma put him on his own piece, pull him out his clothes. Stretching full of bodies, streets catching shells. Now twisting up that county, blowing down high as hell. Now I got hella partners elevated, you can't hang around. I got too much stand up in my soul to sit and play around. The reason why I got 100 tatted on my chest, I'ma get to this money till I take my last breath. The reason why I got 100 tatted on my chest, I'ma get to this money till they lay me down to rest. Higher and higher, closer to my dream, my dream. Bitch, I'm way too fun. I talk about my love life. I talk about it 19 and honorary thug life. It's hard to throw shade on that motherfucking shine when I pay my own way and do this queen shit fly. Never take it from me, bitch. I'm riding till I die. Go get it, throw your motherfucking hands to the sky. Getting money by the hundred, living by the thousand. I love the way it feels when I take it and I can. I could get a bag if I want it, that's for sure. I'ma press down and check and double back before I go. Fuck a broke. If these bitches let me go to the store without passing $40 for some gas and some
stroke. Bitches always wanna smoke, hella gassy and the pole. Only tiny bitches don't is when I pull up and I tote. Pew pew 22 squad, let the 40 go. I'ma reach all in your pocket before you put me on the floor. Pew pew 22 squad, let out 40 grams. Reach all in your shit before you put me on the ground. Run that verse back.
The reason why I got 100 tatted on my chest, I'ma get to this money till they lay you down to rest. Bitch, I'm way too fun. I talk about my love life. I talk about it 19 and honorary thug like it's hard to throw shade on that motherfucking shine when I make my own way and do this queen shit fly. Never take it from me, bitch. I'm riding till I die. Go get it, throw your motherfucking hands to the sky. Get money by the honey to the right 1,000. I love the way it feel when I take it and I count. I could get a bag if I want it, that's for sure. I'ma press down and take it double back before I go. Fuck a broke if these bitches let me go to the store without them passing $40 for some gas and some drugs. Bitches always wanna smoke, hella gassy and a pole. Only tiny bitches don't is when I pull up and I tote. Pew pew 22 squad, let the 40 go. I'ma reach all in your pocket before you put me on the floor. Pew pew 22 squad, let out 40 rounds. Reach all in your shit before you put me on the ground.
One more time or no? Alright, I'm gonna let the rest of the song play. Too many reasons or excuses why we treat each other useless and we be so damn abusive, why we bring each other down like some motherfucking clowns. When the truth is that we need each other desperately like oxygen, or else we about to drown. Lately we on hugs, not pounds. Lately with the love not around. If the time is me by the sound, shooting blank shots, I'ma need a round. I'ma find my love on the other side of town. Boy, stop it, get off me, motherfucking bossy. Hit steady dropping while you talking about me. I'm just trying to make a million. Bitch, I feel. You know I gotta pay to stay free and try to live. There's only money on my mind, like for it all the time. You trying to cut my hustle, but I elevate the grind. Listen, if you wanna change, you can't be spending up your dime. You just sleeping and you dreaming. How you say your time get high?
We gotta think smart. Really?
Alright, we're gonna say goodbye to Facebook and YouTube, y'all. Let's close them out. You're beautiful, your soul is beautiful, your energy is positive, you're important to me, your community, your family, and your friends, and I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here, making me a top streamer. Thank y'all for my money, all of that. Make sure you follow and subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Replay this video for the change.org and vote.org information. Please make sure you make a difference. Do what you can where you can. When you can.
Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at, I don't know what I'm up there. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up with sticker. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. Yeah, she on me. We on go. I want the bag. Give me the cash. I want the low. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up with sticker. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. We rolling up with sticker. Y'all niggas be switching. Might need to sit back and listen. The whole team of attention. That white nigga on break back.
when I hit the blunt, nigga, it's a collision, just like a gremlin. We got some in joints in the air, we do not care. So we on the left, we smoking rap. So you need a tap to scope the semen. It's the best time for the season. The home joint, no leeching. I can just smash out a beat it. I'ma get mine if I'm greedy. Shawty said she want me to eat it. I told her I'm vegan. Hey, shawty on super straight. I got the Mary J. That be my ace. You can add me to the race. Foot on the gas, so get out the way. You coming last, you a disgrace. But with my stash, I be where you stay. When I get mad, I roll up the plate. Gas, blowing no bait. Ay, put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at, everywhere I'm at. Eyes on low, but I'm up there. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up the stinker. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. We on the gas, she on the mid. We on both. I want the bag, give me the cash. I want the low. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up the stinker. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air.
Go in the car, the room, it go down. Ain't time to go move, smoke come out. Two on my, yeah, that's my cloud. Blunt rotations, that's my crowd. You ain't gotta smoke this Cali. Put it in the wood, but she grew it in the valley. Keep on wax, on leaf on tap. I turn the team up, pep rally. Why you think they call me Cherry? I had grapes in the blueberry. Mr. Jack, I'm coming with the Mary. This, that, thing, your airpack spare me. I got lungs like a motherfucking vacuum. Puff, ass and pants, I'll tax you. That's just facts, no cat boo. I put it on wax with a pack food. It's written on me like a tattoo. Big circle like a battle rap tattoo. Like guns, but I put it in a bag too. Like fronts, but I put it on a bag too. Don't do me. I keep 5 on it like the Loonies. Hit your ass off with a 2-piece. It go 2 meets. Quick, acting brand new like a groupie. It just put it in the air, put it in the air, man. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at, everywhere I'm at. Eyes on low, but I'm up there.
Alright, so we're gonna fade to the background. Make sure you visit change.org and vote.org.